I think the concept they were trying to connect a lot was this notion of ludonarrative dissonance, which
Yeah.
is where the things you do in the game are sort of in conflict with the story of the game, right? Or the narrative of the game. I'm playing a happy-go-lucky, thrill-seeking adventurer called Nathan Drake, who likes to, find lost treasures and recover them somehow. It's like that's who this character is. He's happy-go-lucky. He's always, in a good mood, or not always good, but he's kind of funny. He's got friends and so on. But then on the gameplay, I'm in the situations where I'm like killing all these people, right? There's a disconnect there. And
Yeah.
as a player, you understand, oh, that's a specific type of challenge that this game wants to give you. And the only context I can think of that made sense with the story is, oh, there's other people trying to prevent you from accomplishing that goal of getting that treasure.
Mm.
But you kind of step back and go, does that make me kind of like a psychopathic murderer who doesn't care about, all the people that got killed? And so sometimes the disconnect is, the player's story, the interpretation of the story is, I'm a good guy who's trying to rescue this treasure, and these other guys who are bad guys and so on. But then the game has me, eliminate everybody from the screen.
Right. That's probably one of the most fundamental and replicable examples of ludonarrative dissonance, right? Is I think I'm a good guy, but actually I'm a bad guy.
Spec Ops: The Line does that as well. It's perhaps less flipping the table, more like slow descent into madness.
Right.
Here, the disconnect is sort of between the actions and the story. The game is saying, you're a hero, the world is an emergency, the world's about to suffer, we're going to be destroyed, you're the only person who can do this. And then you're spending half your time, moving chickens back and forth because the farmer's like, please, can you get my chickens?
Yeah.
They ran away, right?
The trope of like, get to the escape pod, and then you spend 5 minutes looking for power-ups and ammo, and yeah.
Or you're playing Zelda and you wander into people's houses and you smash all their pots.
Yeah. I know the way that I would review an Uncharted, like one of the main lenses they would put over it is pacing. They're typically very good at pacing those. So like,
Mhm.
it's almost like, I think that might even be more important than the combat itself. So it's like if you could replace the combat with another high intensity activity that's easy to understand, then you've kind of solved the problem there. Because it's like you've still got the pacing, which is the most important thing. And then players might find that they don't really miss the gunplay,
Yeah, I mean, let's look at a game and try to understand what was the intention behind it. Like, what are they trying to do with this game? And then, well, how well does it meet that? That's why I could say, you know what, I loved the Uncharted games. I thought they were super fun. I enjoyed them, and I don't ask more of them, and that's fine. Like, that there's a place for those games, and whoever cracks that nut of like, oh, can we do both these together? I'm like, wow, that seems like a super big challenge, and good luck for anyone who takes it on. I'd be excited to play that when it comes out.